I was a private detective. I'd use that car to remain as inconspicuous as possible.
This is the iconic Milkstone Road. And it's fascinating. There is a myriad of ethnic options for filling your face. Yeah.
Are you recording me or this?
Yes.
Which one?
I wasn't listening. Oh, shit. That'll stay in. Oh, shit. I don't know how it's all going to work when the weather changes and school run kicks back in and everything.
Yeah, well that was a thought this morning, actually. That's all leaking. It's all leaking.
Oh, that stupid green sauce.
Yeah. The green sauce is nice though. Oh, you set recording already, well done. Thought you might do.
You know me. I am looking forward to this.
That is a good size kebab. At least that's one thing you can say, is the that's much bigger than the one we had last week.
The one last week was insufficiently large. That's why we had to have chips. This week, no chips. Do you mind if I just straighten you up a bit? There you go. We are trying a new kebab place, my lovelies.
Not new for me.
What's it called?
Instanblue.
Istanblue. And we have both opted for the doner kebab, which is a surprising hue, as I will show you, on a rather large naan bread with salad and things. Oh!
What?
Are you recording it?
I'm going to do bits, yeah. In fact, what I will do, obviously I'm doing some from a different angle, that won't just be all left in one great 27-minute long video.
Look what I've brought as a little present for us. No kebab is complete without those.
Strange.
And I noticed that the good people at the Kebab Emporium only equipped their kebabs with but a single chili pepper. Although I had jalapenos as well, because I'm hard. Oh, I don't mean that I'm a rectin anyway, don't worry. You'll have noticed that mustard wastes no time. And why should he? Now, let me show you. Look at the red kebab meat. And they gave me only one chili pepper, but about 100 jalapenos.
Oh, that's what I suppose.
Oh, and this is what I've forgotten to do the last number of weeks, and I've had no photo for Boaty Do Lunch, and I've had to take a screenshot of the video. This week I'm going to remember and do it properly. There we go. Right, every man for himself. Let's tuck in. What is your green sauce?
I don't know what it's called.
Oh, I'm sure the viewers found that invaluable.
Yeah, very nice.
There you go, viewers.
Oh yeah, it's kind of
If you want the full mustard experience, go to your local kebab emporium and say, could I have some quite nice sauce, please? Right, I'm going to try this.
It's kind of chili mint sauce.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's a bit different. I'll tell you what that tastes like. That tastes like a doner equivalent of, it's got a, strong after spice taste there. It tastes a bit like a doner equivalent of chic. Let's try it with a bit of naan bread. And a bit of this. Jalapeno.
Pickled chili peppers.
Well, there's nothing wrong with this.
Good, eh?
Yesterday, of course, was the second Project Nigel meet-up and drive bottom sniffing extravaganza, which I didn't go to.
It was banned.
And this yard was full of lovely cars and lovely people.
I'll tell you what, normally when we're having our dinner, we have a bit of a conversation, but as I usually find with the stuff from Instanblue, you're too busy enjoying it to actually think of anything to say. Because it is, well, it's fantastic.
It is very nice.
And it's the only shop down there that we can actually get into.
Yeah, it was super busy today. Bank holiday, of course, but we're dedicated. No bank holiday for us. We've come to work.
Well, is this what you call work?
Yes,
When are you going to start doing some of it?
I'm doing it.
So I'll show you my spanners.
This is my work. This is my future. I want to be paid to... There are people who do it. There are people who've got massively successful YouTube channels, and all they do is they eat takeaway food and film themselves doing it. And they've got like 250,000 subscribers.
Sounds horrendous.
I could do that.
Would you want to though?
Yeah. Who wouldn't?
See you later.
Oh, how thoughtful. Thank you.
There's some green bits on it. I don't know what they are.
Oh, won't worry
That's
about
all
that.
I got left.
Excellent.
Normally you get
you.
some sort of paper napkin with your food, but they don't seem to do that there.
Bank holiday, isn't it?
That's the explanation for most things at the moment. It's the explanation of the day.
Do you do Wordle?
No? It's alright. Why?
It's addictive and
Are you trying to encourage me to do something addictive? What is it anyway?
it's a word game.
Oh, hang on. Is it that one where there's like a circle of letters?
No.
Right. Is it one like that?
I bet you'd have seen it on your Facebook feed. Somebody would have posted it. It's like 5 blank spaces, and you have to guess what the word is by putting 5 letters in, and it'll tell you if the letters are right and in the right place,
Yeah.
a correct letter but in the wrong place, or if those letters aren't in the word at all. And you've got like 6 goes to get it.
Sounds easy.
And the genius thing they did is to put a share option on it, which just copies it so that you can paste it in your Facebook thing and have little competitions with your pals. And it was just a silly little thing that ended up the New York Times bought it for £11 billion
Oh, that's a lot of...
off the 9-year-old kid who invented it. Can you imagine being 9 years old and inventing something that made you a millionaire?
Silly noise. You're not really old enough to appreciate it, are you?
If you won a lifetime supply of Monster Munch, but you could only have the same flavour, would you have the pickled onion flavour or the roast beef flavour?
You want the serious answer for that? Which is the most popular one?
I don't know. You're not allowed to resell.
Well, what are they going to do with it all then? Because I don't eat.
You could give it away. Okay,
What?
imagine you won a prize.
I'll do that.
And you won 100 bags of pickled onion flavour Monster Munch. But one of the prize can per week, 100 bags per week.
Yep.
For the rest of your life. But one of the conditions is you're not allowed to sell it, and you can't refuse it. What would you do with it? I know what I'd do with it.
You'd give it to people that like Monster Munch.
I would go to my local massage parlour and I'd stand outside with them all in a box, and I would offer a packet to each customer who came out looking sheepish and satisfied.
Take you a while to give them all away, though, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, but depends how busy the massage parlour was.
All right. You can't sell them. Can you swap?
Good point. Why not?
I would go to every supermarket where the beggar is and give him the Monster Munch and say, I'll give you 10 packets of Monster Munch. What are you going to give me? You know, I'm not selling them. I'm just asking you a question. You're asking for something, so am I.
You'd go to a beggar and give him something, but only on the condition that he gave you something back of equal value.
No, no.
That's not how beggars work.
Well,
Is that what you do? So if a homeless person in the street comes up to you and says, I don't suppose you've got any spare change so I could have a cup of tea, have you? You'd say, well, yeah, but I want a hand job.
no. I might say, well, that's what you want. I'll tell you what I want. Listen, I'm trying to take the kebab. The last thing I wanted to think about is a hand job from a beggar. Just thinking of your penis becoming that close while you're getting a hand job from a beggar because it's just not doing it for you. He's doing it for that long. It's gone red raw.
Oh, that's awful.
You brought it up.
And so embarrassing, because there isn't a nice way of saying, look, don't bother, I'll do it myself.
Well, you don't need to. You don't bring it up in the first place.
Yeah, but
If I'm saying, right, 10 packets of Monster Munch here.
Mhm.
Let's see what you've got.
they're a beggar, what are they going to have?
More than you'd think. They've got a pot there. Usually they've got like a bottle of milk. At the moment, I could do with a bottle of milk. I would prefer. You know what? Have you got any Monster Munch? Because I do need to go to Aldi. Oh,
Okay. When our new channel, Mustard and Boaty Do Cars, don't miss it, subscribe now. When we get 100 subscribers to the new channel, I'm going to give you 3 packets of Monster Munch and I want you to take them to a beggar and see what you can get. And I will film you doing it. I reckon you'll get a kick in the nuts.
beggars are polite these days, aren't they? They have to be. There's so much competition. You know the phrase, beggars can't be choosers?
Yeah.
I will prove that wrong by taking the beef and the salt and vinegar and asking them which one they want.
What do you genuinely think that you would get in exchange from a beggar? You'd be better off going to the brothel and seeing what you could get there.
Can't really begin to get across the low rent kind of hustler you're going to be with who will swap sex for Monster Munch. Jeez.
There's a girl called Dada Lewis at school.
We'd be back on this penis, the colour of that again, wouldn't we?
She would.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that reminds me of something. Last night, I was just buggering about on YouTube and I watched a short documentary on Freddy Starr.
Oh, yeah.
And he ended up married to my high school girlfriend.
Wow. Was this before or after he ate the hamster?
He never ate a hamster.
He did. He went to hamster eating in school.
But I remember when this happened. I was I would have been in my I think I was 21, just about to finish my studies and wobble out into the big wide world, and I was working delivering pizzas for Mario's Pizza Casa in Studley, Warwickshire. Some of you might know it. And my kind of girlfriend from school, she was working at a cane furniture place next door to Beeley Garage. Richard Collett's place. Richard, if you're watching this, you'll know what I mean. And Freddy Starr lived in Studley, heading out towards Spurn Lash, big posh house. And he went to buy some furniture, met Donna, and she left her husband and children to marry him.
Is that the story?
And they did celebrity wife swap.
Oh.
And I think they were still married when he died. Or they weren't.
No, I didn't know he was dead as well.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Well, they buried him, so.
I thought he was just dead in the water. Oh. Are you full up yet?
This was just the right amount. I wouldn't have wanted any more, but I'd have been disappointed with any less.
That is just the right amount, isn't it? You've been that specific about it.
Go on, then name a dead person.
Oh, I know. One that you didn't realise was dead. Why would I have to... But why am I naming a dead person? To catch you out? Prince Philip.
Oh, yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, alright, okay. I've got the idea of this game. Eamon Andrews.
Ooh, shut that door.
No, that's not him, is it?
No.
That's Larry Grayson.
Yeah.
He's probably dead.
Definitely dead.
Yeah. Who's more dead? Larry Grayson or Oliver Reed?
Oh. I've never thought about having gradations of death. Would you be more dead because you'd been dead longer?
Yeah.
Or would you be more dead depending on how you died? I suppose.
Well, I mean, maybe it's...
If you were cryogenically frozen,
yeah,
you could argue that you'd be less dead than
Yeah.
somebody who'd been cremated.
because you could be made undead.
Yeah, I think if you've been cremated, you're pretty dead, really, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely. What about if you was cremated, but your brain was taken out and put into a pickle jar, or your brain was suspended in this sort of fluid that kept it, well, not exactly alive, but less dead than it would have been otherwise.
Do you remember
and
when
more dead than what it was after a few years?
Do you remember when you were a kid and chip shops used to have pickled eggs and pickled onions,
Yeah.
huge ones on the counter? That's the sort of jar you could put a brain in.
It is actually, yeah. Whereas the kind of pickled onion size that you get in the shop is more where you could put a cat's brain in.
Or a testicle.
Yeah. Who's the most realistic? Mooncat or Danger Mouse?
I don't know what Mooncat is.
Oh, do you know? Mooncat is brilliant. Green cat with a kind of flashing collar. He was from the moon, apparently.
Danger Mouse was Danger Mouse. Da-da-da-da. It was David Jason, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it wasn't actually him. He did the voice of him. But, you know, maybe Danger Mouse had his own voice, but it just didn't fit the image.
Yeah.
One of those really annoying voices.
It's a translation thing, isn't it? Because mice do high-pitched squeak. That's how they communicate.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't be good in a children's cartoon.
No, it'd encourage them to do the wrong kind of thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Saddam Hussein.
Hmm?
Saddam Hussein. I felt sorry for him. You know when he was swinging and people were chucking stuff at him? He was dying on the gallows, whatever, and people were chucking stuff like that. Which I mean, he wasn't a nice man. We all know that. But for some reason, I felt sorry for him at that point.
He was kind of betrayed, wasn't he? Because he was, he did what he was set up to do. He did what was expected of him. And then he was executed for doing what he was supposed to do. Which, the one I felt sorry for was, I think his name was Eamon Goeth, the guy out of Schindler's List. But the real guy.
All right.
The actual guy. Because when they hung him, I don't know who was trying to do it. I think it was some YTS people. And they had to have about 7 goes before they did it.
Oh, he just wouldn't die.
They kept doing it wrong.
All right.
Because when you hang people, they're not supposed to asphyxiate to death. They're supposed to hit the bottom of the rope, and it breaks their neck, and they die. But if you do it wrong, then if you get the rope wrong, or you get it in the wrong place, they'll asphyxiate, which is a really unpleasant way to go. If you get the drop wrong, their head could come off. That's happened before. The thing that fascinates me, if you were beheaded, and I've actually researched this, there must be a moment where the brain is still alive, the head is away from the body, but the eyes can still see and the brain can still register.
Yeah.
Where you'd sort of look down and think, oh, fuck me.
Yeah, it's probably not long enough to,
And I have actually researched this.
Create an anecdote about it, though.
And they say that, there is stuff on record of decapitated heads showing signs of recognition, and the eyes sort of go in. I'm not going to try it.
Who would you try it with?
You mean whose head would I like to chop off?
Is there anybody that you'd actually like to do that with? You don't have to give any names, but I think you should.
Well, only the obvious one. Russell Brand.
He's a distinctly unlikable character, isn't he? But why? I don't really know. I mean, he's a bit overly confident and sort of just a bit too animated for my like. But then you could say that about me.
That thing you did with Manuel's granddaughter on the Jonathan Ross show.
No, I forgot about that.
That was horrible. Bang out of order.
To be honest, I don't even remember it. Was that actually on the TV? On the programme?
On the radio.
Right. Yeah, I don't think I saw that. I just remember it. Andrew Sachs, he's not alive any longer.
What a nice man. Talented actor.
He was, yeah.
Ironic that he was German and he became famous for playing a part in a sitcom where the most famous episode was the Germans. And he was playing the Spaniard.
Yeah. I always thought he was.
Or a Spaniel. I did too.
I always thought he was a real, proper, one of those, whatever the slang term is.
It took me ages to come to terms with the idea that he was English. And then I discovered he's not even English.
He can't get any of it right, can he?
Bless him.
The only thing he could get right was being a Spaniard, and that's the one thing he definitely wasn't.
What's John Cleese's real name?
John Cheese.
Correct. How did you know that?
You told me the other day.
Oh.
You didn't.
What's John Wayne's real name?
Oh, Shirley Valentine. It's Shirley something, isn't it?
No.
No, that's Big Daddy.
Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Shirley Crabtree.
Shirley Crabtree, yeah. Is it Marianne or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Marion Montgomery.
Right.
What is... Oh, here's one.
Here's a good one, this.
What's his name's real name and where was he born?
Well, I think he was born in Southampton.
No,
No, hang on. Are you sure? What's his name?
Cary Grant.
Oh, I thought you meant what's his name.
Cary Grant.
Right.
What's his real name and where was he born?
Well, right, he changed his name to Cary Grant because he didn't sound feminine enough, I guess. So that must mean that he had an even more feminine name beforehand. Could have been Daisy. Daisy Doncaster.
That'd be a great porn name.
Yeah, Lisa Postlethwaite.
That'd be the British equivalent of Debbie Does Dallas, wouldn't it? Daisy Does Doncaster.
That's going to get your ideas going, isn't it?
Yeah.
Your very own porn film.
A northern lass working her way around Doncaster.
For Monster Munch.
Buy me a fish supper and I'll give you a D treble around back at Chippy. Daisy Does Doncaster. I'd like to direct a porn film, but a really, really bad porn film.
Not a good one. Why wouldn't you want to do the good one?
Been done.
Yeah, well, when something's good, usually it inspires you to do more, rather than think, let's do something a bit undesirable. Like this cough, I've noticed that bits of kebab going down the wrong hole here.
Nothing worse than a kebab in the wrong hole.
I'm sure it's possible.
That was magnificent.
Yes.
What would your score be out of 10?
Well, I was just about to ask you the same thing, because I'm going to say I can't think of it being any better, so it's going to have to be a 10.
Oh. But that doesn't leave you anywhere to go.
Yeah, but I don't need it to be any better than what that was. What would make that better?
Well,
Gosh. Oh,
Are you
I'll
ra-
give it 9 out of 10 because it's made me cough a bit.
are you rating it as what it is,
Yeah.
or as food generally?
Oh, no, that's what it is.
If you're rating it as food generally and give it 10 out of 10, that's saying that there is no better food than this in the known universe.
Well, sometimes that's actually true though, isn't it?
Not with this. This isn't the best food in the known universe.
No, it's not the best known food in the universe, but it's definitely one of those things where you don't really want anything else. The kebab is the food to eat.
Well, this kebab has been a little bit different because, for a start, I mean, the colour kind of gives it away, although I'll let you into a trade secret here. If you've ever wondered how Indian or Asian restaurants get that amazing red colour in their chicken tikka, tandoori chicken, sheikh kebabs, here's a trade secret. It's just food colouring.
Yeah.
And it's the same food colouring that will have been used in this kebab, but it does indicate that it's a bit different to the norm, and it tasted a bit different to the norm. So on the basis that you're scoring it in terms of what it was, I'm also going to give it 10. It had everything I wanted. A kebab is better on a naan bread, full stop, end of story. It's the one thing that really adds to a kebab. And it had all of the elements that I required in a kebab. Nice fresh salad, pickled red cabbage, love that. Chili peppers, I'd have liked more, but if I wanted more, I had them. And I didn't
put them on.
And I didn't put them on because I had a load of jalapenos. Yeah, it was all there. Thank you very much. Nice bag.
Yeah, designer carrier bag.
Who's your favourite superhero?
Oh, that's a good question. Because it was always Danger Mouse.
Really?
He's not really a superhero as such, but then, you know, he did have a cape. The other ones I just don't find very realistic.
My favourite, not the only superhero that matters to me in any way, shape or form, Bangraman.
Bangraman?
Yeah.
Is that a real one?
Yeah.
I've never heard of him.
Did you never used to watch Goodness Gracious Me?
Oh, not really, no.
Oh, right. He was...
You're going to find there's an awful lot of television I haven't watched.
Well, I haven't watched anything for the last 10 years, but I did used to watch Goodness Gracious Me, and Bangraman was the best thing that's ever been on television. I love Bangraman.
I'm sure it's brilliant.
It is, it's great.
What about Captain Kitchen?
I've never heard of Captain Kitchen.
Oh, he's brilliant. He does all the things in the kitchen without complaining. And he doesn't even make a mess.
I remember Captain Pugwash.
You know when you get a tin of tomatoes or something, the ring pull snaps off?
Yeah.
Captain Kitchen can fix that.
Well, so could I, just use a tin opener.
No, he's got his own.
His own what?
It's attached to his body. He doesn't get it out of the drawer. It's all stuck. It's all part of his body. It's not stuck on. It's not welded anywhere. It's just grown organically.
How does he wank?
He doesn't. He's a wholesome character.
You can be a wholesome character. You're still going to want to knock one off.
No, not in this world. Things were born with no real purpose or reason, and that's why Captain Kitchen has no relatives.
How did he come into being?
Nobody knows. He was just there.
Right.
Perhaps they haven't heard of raps or beatboxing yet. Well, thank you.
What's that a comment about?
That's what it said. It was just listening, and that's obviously what it thought that we wanted to find out.
Oh, it was listening to us?
Yeah, I prefer not to, but I think I spilt some beer on that screen.
I feel much better after that kebab.
I feel much fuller.
Fuller is better.
Fuller is better. And now, at 20 past
And
3...
now, the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear.
Oh.
I'll state my case like Richard Burton. To think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. I think that's about it for this one.
Yeah, I do have one.
Oh, one what?
So I'm just replying to this message.
Alright.
Shall we go and get some milk?
Yep, after a cigarette.
Do that on the way.
Oh, well, is it walking to get milk?
I'm not going to drive to Aldi, am I?
Oh, it's Aldi. Oh, the Aldi run. Oh, this will be exciting.
Ba-ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-ba.
See you later, viewers.
Bye.